Welcome at the 8th episode of the PAVE podcast. What a ride it is. Seriously, I love the special guests we had so far. And I'm really enthusiastic and especially pleased to announce that our guest today is Mahendra Singh. Monica was just 19 years old when a jilted admirer threw acid over her body. It took dozens of corrective surgeries and the life savings of Monica's late father, but Monica battled back to hit her goal, to study at Parsons and become a fashion designer. Not only that, but she is also involved with UN Women and the founder of the Mahendra Sing Foundation, named after her late father, which helps victims of physical and sexual abuse, acid attacks, rape and domestic violence in rebuilding their confidence and strength on their journey to becoming survivors. The foundation spreads awareness and mobilizes community resources in providing counseling, training, medical care, and career guidance to survivors in rebuilding their lives. Well, Monica is truly someone who went from being a survivor to a thriver, and it's my honor to have her on to the show. I hope you enjoyed this episode as well. Dear Monica, thank you so much for coming on to the show. Can you tell us more about yourself for the few people who don't know you already?
Okay. Hello everyone. I'm Mahendra Singh. I currently live in New York. I am born and brought up in India. And I came to New York for having my master's degree in fashion marketing. And the story which started popping out about the experiences I had in my life, which was an attack by an acid in 2005. So it's going to be quite some time that I've been known for that. But then major thing people know me about the resilience, about the positive outcome that I changed my life from being just a victim or a survivor into a thriver. So the whole idea is, like, there are so many survivors out there, like millions now. I mean, unfortunate it is, somebody a survivor for rape, domestic abuse, violence, and physical abuse and acid attack as well. But then I'm known for being a thriver, and I'm known for being the girl who never stopped and not going to stop easily. So this is about me. And then when I came to New York, I heard more and more story when I first attended my United Nations event that was International Women's Day. And I met so many incredible young women and girls from around the world who attended that event. That everyone has some story to share, and then not everybody are blessed to have support and information about to get themselves healed or cure or something. Then I started my foundation, which is named after my dad. That's called Mahendra Sing Foundation. So I started this foundation where it's like a foundation with the database sort of thing as well, that the right doctors are there, which is the right college who can provide you good education. This is the right coaching center where you can learn the skills. And this is some certain things you can really come and have a legitimate friends and legitimate guidance as well. So this is a sum up, a brief about me.
For the many things you do and known for it, it's really incredible. And your story and your strength and as a survivor of partner abuse, I'm looking at your story and I know we all have our coping mechanisms and have to find a way to move on. Can I ask you, how in the world, after an attack like that, it's so horrific, how did you find the strength to move on? Where did you find it?
Like a lot of people ask me this question actually, and no, I'm just saying, like, this is a valid question, and that's why people ask me. The whole idea is, there is a certain things called, like, people everyone have it, which is mind, heart, and how to live life with it. When somebody suffered with something, either they couldn't survived that and they lost their lives, and the people who survived that, it is a sign that there is a long life ahead of it. If you have survived this, if you have gone past through that, that means your life is not ending. So there must be so many reasons that you've been saved from that. So, and then when you saved for that, you think about, okay, so now I've survived that, what is going to be the next thing? How are you going to live your life? Because now that this is the second chance you get, so you have full freedom and authority to define your life, to write your own story. Then why not? So when I was attacked, I was 18 years old, and then suddenly it came in my mind that I was a national level champion there in India, and I got good ranks and everything. And then I started something that was my education of undergrad in fashion design. Why would I let it go? Just because one thing can happen. I can take a break. I took a break. I took 1 year break because I was completely hospitalized for like 12 months, like full whole year. And then I came back on a wheelchair and everything. But again, I came back. So the questions come in, how you want to pursue your life after that. So you practiced, and you get yourself cured to stand on your feet again. The food you've been eating for within a straw for a year, you started using your hand properly. The words you were missing out of your mouth because you cannot speak anymore due to a lot of surgeries, you started to practice that again. Because that is life is all about. Otherwise, you can sit and lying on a bed and you are thinking why it happened, and you keep evaluating your life. But you have this opportunity, since your life evaluation is how long evaluation can go. You can cry 1 week, 1 month, 1 year, but then don't make it a whole life. Otherwise, it's become a really long life. And also, if you realize that the fear of any girl or any human being have, that we don't want to get entangled into that, we want to keep ourselves safe from an accident and blah blah blah. When you already suffered that, don't you think that the life must be having much better picture for now? Because I think for this life, the bad thing would have written in your destiny has already been done. So the whatever is coming in future is going to be the perfect and best. So how are you going to make up for that? Who is going to pay your bills? Who is going to give you a place and opportunities out there? It's your life. It's in your hand. You cannot rely on your family. You cannot rely on your friends, and you cannot rely on society for any reason. This is your life. How do you want to see it? How do you want people to see it? And importantly, how do you want to live it? You decide. And that's how I did. I decided that I'm going to have an education so that I will be known for my knowledge, for my skills, not for my face. I decided that I'm going to grab opportunities so that I can learn more and more and become powerful. I chose brain over my face. That's what I focused on. And education is the most strongest tool I could ever have, and I could ever receive from my parents too. Apart from, of course, they saved my life, but this is something goes with you till the end. Face changes. At certain age, you get wrinkles. It changes further. It get further changes. You are not same. You don't look the same you were born. So why you are focusing and putting yourself onto the same level that why I don't look like? Maybe this is going to change in future too. So why you are focusing on something which has no control in your hand? So your life is in your control the way you want it. Education is something which goes till the end. So let's learn something from the life. That's how I did it.
Wow. There's so much strength in your words. It's wow, and a little bit silent for a moment, and that doesn't happen to me often. As an extrovert. You are a global youth champion of the United Nations.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell me a little bit more about that? How did you become one? What are the responsibilities attached to that. Well, just tell me.
Well, I'm hoping to become a goodwill ambassador, but
A new goal.
yeah, that is my goal, because it's not about like okay. So here's the thing: when you go to United Nations and when you talk about give a speech about the advocacy, and you show them how you're doing it and what the changes you can bring in the society, they pick their champions, right? They pick their small champions is like a small goodwill ambassador, but there are many in numbers. But the reason is what I'm doing is I'm just living my life. I'm just sharing my beliefs at the United Nations, and they says yes, she could be the leading advocate for that. So that's how they make me goodwill ambassador. But now the whole focus is I want to be a goodwill ambassador, because that is the position, that is the strength, can bring more attention in the society. The people who think that goodwill ambassador are already always made and known in the celebrity reasons, and because of that they are wealthy people. I want to change that figure. I want to say that goodwill ambassador is all of us, because we are changing our life in our own way. We are sharing our goodwill in our own society and in our own community. So that's how they choose it. But my role is has nothing to be limited with United Nations or anyone. My roles is I do what I believe in. I do a lot of advocacy campaign. I do a lot of projects which just keep coming, involving me, involving my foundation, which is Mahendra Sing Foundation again. But the whole idea is they don't tell me what I cannot do, because they're already happy the way I'm doing it. So the whole idea is being a ambassador of anything. It's you don't become a part of one country. You become a global citizen. That's what I want to be, and that's who I feel I am. I don't focus on one country. I focus in every country. I represent women from all over the world. I represent girls from around the world. I represent the woman's strength. So why do I have to be just one country where I'm from? Why not the country I am living in? Why not the country I'm going to be part of? So I think that way. So being an ambassador or a champion is about being a global advocate. You tell the people, and if the thing is right, people follow that, because you talk about something which is right and truthful. Some people hear that, some people accept that, some people apply that. I'm the one who's applying it, and but the people who I meet, a lot of people start applying these things, and they are bringing more change and change. So it's like that kind of a role, but it's not given by anyone. It's not given by UN, United Nations. It's not given by UN Women. It's something I gave myself. This is something I'm doing forever. This is something I'm gonna do as long as I live, to telling people and inspiring people to find a positivity in life. So that's the role actually of being an advocate.
And you're also a spokesperson, representing Face of Resilience from India.
Yes, so I do sometimes, like it's like not a permanent position. What happened is, like, when I'm going, so I represent different part of their United Nations, the segments, like UN Women is one, UNDP is one, UNFPA is one. So I've been talked in their conference, and so I'm there, I represent there. But to be very honest, I'm a spokesperson of a global womanhood. I can speak anywhere about anything, and sometimes, yes, UN send me to different places to talk. I went to Turkey last year in October on International Girls Day. So there I represented UN Women. So that's how you become that one. Like, you can talk about that, what they are doing it, and how, and sharing their toolkits, basically, because not common layman doesn't get an access to United Nations stuff. And I think any reason, any development can bring, when you reach out more than 1,000 people who come to the United Nations, but the millions who cannot come. So I would rather focus on that to reach out to people who cannot enter the United Nations, who cannot have an access as well. So why not reach to those millions and billions people all over the world? People don't know what United Nations does. People don't know what the policies. People don't know what are the facilities UN provided. So if I know something, I tell everyone, okay, why don't you try this? Let's do this, and then in your power, whenever you have any kind of a connection, I share that. I'm a free bird. I do a lot of different things, so it's nothing to be restricted for me to with anything.
Yes, and if anybody needs some fashion advice, I already told you that I really, well, I've seen the pictures of you and I really love what you're wearing. So
Thank you so much.
if anybody needs fashion inspiration, just Google Monica.
Thank you so much.
What are you trying to accomplish at the moment? Is there something special going on?
Okay, so there is another advocacy project I'm planning to do, which is going to be bring out the new version of survivors from different issues, and I want to launch that project and gonna release it on internet so that it can go and reach out to all over part of the world. So that whole thing is about bringing attention and raising some fund for our upcoming projects through the foundation, which is self-defense classes and skill training classes. So we are trying to do that. We are since we are non-profit, we don't have much funding, but whenever the people come visit our site, they can donate to our site as well, because we have girls. Okay, so in a medical section of our foundation, we have girls from in India and from Pakistan who need a medical attention seriously, because they've been an acid attack victim and they never got cured. So we are trying to raise fund, particular section and part of the fund going to be with them so that they get cured. And another part of the program is like people who can download our project, they can chip in even like $5, $10, $1, whatever they feel like it. So that fund will go for their skill training and self-defense training, because things are changing. I think girls need to learn how to defend themselves.
And talking about acid attacks, how common is it?
Well, it's in all over the world now. The figure across 5,000, and unfortunately India is the second one. First is Colombia. It's increasing. Some of the country got control over it because they declared the punishment more crucial, and actually the good punishment they declared so that it can stop. But Colombia and India and Pakistan, I guess, they still have no fear of doing this attack, because they know the justice is delays there. So that when there is delay, it's kind of a just and deny. So the person who does that, who commit this crime, they are not that much into fear as much as in a different countries. But who knows? The whole point is these are the reported case. There must be many who are unreported. You never know. And who knows what is the law is changing every year. The government is changing every year. But that is for sure that in case of acid attack, the government has to play a little more stronger and a faster rule, because either girls dies or they become disabled forever, or they lose the whole life because of the confidence, because their whole body get disfigured. So I think those 5,000, I have no idea like how many is survived and how many is going through what. I wish I could meet these people. I wish my foundation reach at that level that we can help each and every girl in this sector as well. But it's a new foundation. Let's hope we can get more attention. We get more support so that we can actually provide direct support to these girls, not just by monetary, but we can help them psychologically as well, economically as well, and then we can help them to realize their life as well. So it's a long project. It's a project for lifetime for me.
Well, I will put the foundation in show notes, and I really think it's an fantastic cause, and there's just I really want to help you try to raise as many funds as possible to help.
Thank you so much. That would be wonderful.
Yes, it must be horrific not getting the care you need.
Yes, it is. I mean, when like being a acid attack survivor and being another sort of survivor, they're always variation of being a survivor. Acid attack is more visibly harmed. You can see their faces, you can see their scars, somebody losing their eyes, somebody losing their ears, somebody losing their movement of body, the whole head is gone without hair, because it's a chemical injury. Unless until it get proper medical attention and cured, girls lose their life forever, and the society, forget the society, even some of the family doesn't support them. So basically, somehow some girls also think about dying is much easier than the surviving this as well, which is in their angle is kind of understandable. But still, everyone has a hope to live. Why not helping those girls? Everybody want to live, everybody want to get cured, and getting cured is very important when there is a cure is available.
And is it something that happens often, that family members abandon those girls?
I can't say about every countries. Every country has a different level of doing things, but in India, I would say some of them, yes, maybe more than some of them, that they think that no matter how many surgeries they can get, they're not gonna get better. First of all, you should know that the face you see in about me as a Monica Singh, it's a face after 46 reconstructive surgery. So being a 46 reconstructive surgery, you can imagine how much money it has gone on to that, right? Not everybody can do that. And not everyone. I know how my parents did it. They sold a lot of things to raise fund for them thing. They took medical loans, and my dad spent all his entire life savings on them. They survived. They cut down their everything to keep having the money flow for my surgeries as well. So again, so there are a lot of it's some families cannot even do that much. They cannot even take a loan from the government because they are not allowed, they are not qualified to reach out that kind of a support. So in that places, they kind of give up. They kind of give up on the hope their girls get cured, and they kind of are like not abandoned as like not like on a street or something, but still this is like there's nothing gonna get better in you, so why we are wasting money. So so for my heart goes to those girls who get abandoned by this. I wish I could be that strong and powerful one day in my life, that I could have these girls, I would love to adopt them, and I would love to cure them. I would love to tell them live your life, and I love to teach them that you should stop relying on anyone else. You should rely on your own shoulders. So I'm gonna get them cured. I'm gonna get them skills so that after learning that skill, they can lead their life.
And what has to be done to, is there something that that governments can do to prevent these acid attacks?
Well, a lot of countries are already worked on stop selling acid openly in the market, because the reason is the east side of countries where these are like developing countries, not a fully developed. They don't have all the resources what Western countries have. So they have this old way of using those old chemicals which used to be available in the market. So imagine when people cannot afford the high expensive chemical to clean or something like that, they end up buying those acids bottles. But then nobody would have ever imagined that the things they used to buy to use to solve their home issues, they started throwing them on the face. And then that sulfuric acid is so dangerous for anyone, of course. Even in fact any kind of an acid is so people are using it. So the people the criminals, I would say, who are using those acid bottles throwing on somebody's face, they don't have a sense of fear. Government may have stopped something, but the sense of fear in humans heart, including men and women both, I would say that, because sometimes women also done something like this to a man. So I would say there has to be a fear in somebody that if you do something like this, you will get this kind of a punishment, like when we were young, how our parents used to teach us, if you do this, you're not going to have this, and we immediately stop trying this. I think government has to apply the same thing, that if you commit this kind of a crime, you will be going lifetime imprisonment and you will never see outside world, because you change somebody's life forever, so you are not deserved to do that. So when government can do this kind of a change, can bring this change in the society, that develop this fear, then people might stop it, and then do not delay into giving justice as well. In India, there are like millions and million cases are pending. I don't know what number my case has. So imagine the disappointment. Some people dies, but their date or in court doesn't come. So government should expedite this whole thing, because it's getting often, and then people are doing it out of jealousy about misogynist approach and everything. So it's like, why not? They should do that. They have this power, they have this authority, but they don't. They're stuck with their whole historical law system.
And if I am overstepping any boundaries, just tell me. But the guy who did this to you, did he serve time?
Initially, yes, but after that, I have no idea right now, because my family kept me away from this, because earlier when I used to hear that, I used to get chills in my body, and then I used to get really stressed out, and I used to get panic. But initially I heard they went for some months only, but then after that, what happened to them? Are they on a bail? Are they living life? Something which I'm trying to find out. And if I find out, I will put that in my book.
Oh, are you writing a book right now?
I'm starting to, because the moment my LO video came, a lot of people wanted to know about the entire story, and no matter how many interviews there are a certain part of me which always left behind. So I want to put that out, and writing something out is kind of also empowering and part of healing for myself. I want to recall and remember old thing, and then I want to, but I'm finding these details on what happened to that guy, because I need a justice. Every girl need a justice, and one case justice, if it comes through the way it should be, other girls can have a hope that if Monica got a justice, so that they can be, so I'm hoping that I get a justice soon, and that justice follows through to every different and single cases.
Justice is so important.
It's very important.
It's really important, even in the Netherlands, and we consider ourselves as high civilized and everything.
Yeah.
Even here, women don't get justice. Men sometimes do, of course. I don't want to exclude men, but
yeah,
it's really horrific the way victims of partner abuse are treated. But this guy who did it to you, he if I'm not saying this correctly, just correct me, but he wanted to have a relationship with you, and you chose your studies, right?
Yes, he is the one-sided love affection, like I had no idea that he thought that I'm his girlfriend, and I mean, he did call me million times, and of course I said no. He wanted to elope with me and get married, and of course 17 years old girl, who wanna do that? And then, well, that's what it is. There are foolish men around the globe, so you will find one at least in your life.
Yes.
And if you don't find those horrible people, that means you have a blessed life. Trust me, enjoy that life, because no creepy men around you. You are good. You haven't seen and heard something like this. You are awesome life. So cherish it. Trust me.
I have several friends who have a very blessed life, and I'm
Yeah.
like, Well, I've encountered several of those freaks.
Yeah, that's the thing. We know too much, and then if somebody doesn't know this, I think they have a much better life and princess life. So let them be princess, let them be happy. And I hope that girls who never experience or heard or anything, they have witnesses. I think God help them. They keep live like that, because there is enough going on, and I don't think so. Everybody has to be like should know and everything. Let them. Beauty of life is that you ignore the bad thing. That is the best thing.
And maybe it sounds crazy, but if I look at my own experiences, it taught me also quite a bit.
I read about you, the whole bio you sent me, and this is incredible. You have no idea. I'm your fan too. Please, Eliana, you are amazing. It's just like like how you say it. See how it happens in every different part. You are from the whole different part of the world, right? I am from the different part of the world, but I'm living in another part of the world. But see, the point is, like the thing I was saying before, I met and heard so many similar stories as well. And then you feel at some point you are not the only one. There are millions out there. And then if in my case, thousands out there, right? So the whole idea is, what would be the next thing? How much? I mean, you got to move on. I won't say that forget that, because forgetting what happened to you is not healthy, because don't you have to channelize those experiences, and you have to know that where you were and where you are now, that is more important thing. But then you have to learn how to move on to that, because if you don't move on, you will keep experiencing the same thing. You will keep, like for my instance of me, if I keep putting myself into that thing every day, every week, every month, that means I'm letting it attack me every time.
Yes.
So why not just let it go and attack it? And trust me, being a motivation speaker, I'm a human being. I go into a depression, and every third month, if I have not much of a work and I just lying on my bed and I was just thinking, what would have been if I were a normal girl? What would have been at this age? All my friends are doing this and doing that. They're having kids. They're getting married. So these are the small thing in life, but it is the life as well, which kind of are not your thing. So there are some girls who are meant for an extraordinary things, and I think I am one of those now. I would rather yeah, I would rather not cry about being an ordinary life, having kids, having husband, and just having a house in suburbs and living. I would rather have an extraordinary life where I can reach out to everyone, and my voice reach out to every part of the world, and people can find strength in my life as well. I would, yeah. I mean, anything, whatever you wanna find in me for which benefits you, do that. Some people find fashion inspiration in me. Some people find inspiration in life. Some people get motivated. I have received so many private emails, private messages, that a lot of people told me what they have gone through and how much they have overcome after listening my videos, after seeing what I do. So I have heard some of them, they were so much into a suicidal and a depression mode. How much they so see this is it. We have to tell people that you are not alone in this world. No matter where you are, somebody is listening to you. And especially I'm listening to you. I mean, you can reach out to me and we can talk about it. I'm not a big short person that who can do blah and this and that. I know, but I know how to come up with that. I know which channel to go through, and I know what can be done to get out of that thing. Because if you haven't cried enough, I would say cry right now. Check your time, check your calendar that you cried 24 hours, and trust me, even your eye is gonna give up by saying that enough is crying, just shut up, just go out. So the whole point is, you cry right now, but promise yourself that would be it.
Yes.
Now the crying gonna come after 6 months, but not now. So that would be it. So for what you gonna do in between those 6 months till the next crying mode come, that is live a life.
And make
Don't
the
waste.
best life
Yeah,
and do the things that give you joy and
exactly.
inspiration.
Did you like the drawings? Drawing, do the drawing. You like fishing? Go out and what do. Keep yourself engaged with the things which gives you happiness, and do at that extent that it keeps you and continues your mind and heart to keep in a happy mode. So when you have a happy mode and then you get so accustomed to staying happy, you will forget your sorrow. So why not do that? So that's what I do.
Wow, beautiful. Um, um, did you recently read a book that inspired you, or something that you read a lot, or don't you read a lot?
Um okay, so I usually do reading when I'm traveling somewhere.
Ah,
I am
me too.
constantly, I am very, I won't say like, but I have a very busy schedule all the time, and
Mm.
then doing a lot of interviews and radios, and now the podcast is starting. So the whole idea is I'm constantly working on something, and I have Monday to Friday. I'm working on another things as well, running my foundation, working as a designer in a firm. So I work like 18 hours a day, every day. And then when my weekend comes, first thing I want to do is like sleep because I get exhausted. And whenever I get a chance and there is an event where I have to go to, because there's sometimes an events invite comes. So I do go because I'm a social person. I like to socialize a lot. So for me, reading a full book is kind of like a long journey. It's like, okay, I read 3 chapters today. I have to do this, and then I'm gonna read another chapter. You won't believe it takes me a lot of time to come finish the book. So I watch movies.
Oh, what kind of movies do you like?
You will be surprised. I watch all sort of movies, like
Tell me.
literally from horror to the funny to the family to the romantic, whatever my mood is feeling like, I watch that. And sometimes I watch those movies who are badly rated, like people say, oh, that got 1 star. I was like, I want to see why it got 1 star. There must be something. So sometimes you just switch it on those movies as well and keep working on your computer, and that's what I do. So I when I'm in a mood to get the like it's dark outside, I play on horror movie too, like really scary. And then when it's like good sunny day and something, I would go out. I would love to like walk a lot. I'm not a gym person, but my friends always push me to run and do some exercise because I really don't get time. And so as much as I can do, but movies is something I watch one movie for sure. And I watch funny series in the morning because I believe waking up with a smile and laughter is a good way to start your day. And I believe sleeping with the laugh is you're gonna have a good dreams. So go to bed with the laugh and I wake up with the laugh, and that's how I channel my entire day. So I
That's
do
the
that.
best way to wake up and to go to bed, of course. But
Yes.
just wondering, because I have several guests out of India now, and
Yeah.
where did you grow up in India? Because I'm
Oh,
going to have a map of India, and I'm going to put X's everywhere.
okay, so I'll tell you, my dad had a transferable job, so we used to keep switching states and cities and something like that. But I born in Delhi.
Oh,
I brought up in UP. That's in another state. And then my family lives in Delhi now. But these two states. But I've seen all the states. My dad used to travel and take us with him. So I've seen all. But my born and brought up in Delhi and UP all together. So it's like a 50-50. I'm that and that. I've switched so many colleges, so many schools in my life, that I had so many colorful uniforms. One school asked me to wear gray, one is asking me to use burgundy, someone is, it's like, yeah, every 2 years, 3 years, we used to have a new school uniform, new friends, new teachers. It sucks, but whatever it is, it was life that time. So
And I wanted to ask you how we can support you, but you already mentioned the donations
yeah.
for the foundation. Are there other ways we can support you?
Yeah, there people can see I am doing hopefully the whole point is I'm planning a fundraiser for this whole new projects and everything. So let's see, but the donation is the always best way, because that fund goes, and people who going to donate, they would get a tax rebates receipt as well. So if anybody wants to donate something, they can donate, and they can always get tax rebate, because our foundation is registered on 501c3. I just shared a link of foundation page as well on Facebook where people can follow, and people can always volunteer from different countries. Like suppose you're in Netherlands, we can have a event of Mahendra Singh Foundation in Netherlands. You can be our helping person as an event organizing for us. It's like, let's do this project, let's bring out all more girls and women around the thing, and you can put a small ticket for everyone to come, and we can talk about stronger stories and motivation speech or something, where we can spread the awareness through the foundation. And if you want to start some kind of a project like Netherlands, like Dutch women, they have very good of handcrafting things. If girls need that, you teach them. You want to teach this like classes for like 15 days, 1 month classes for underprivileged girls who suffered something, teach them. We can help you to put this together, but then of course, since we can, as a body, we cannot set up our whole thing in Netherlands, you can volunteer from it, you know. So you can always use Mahendra Singh Foundation as a platform to organize something and to do something. You do something and money can go directly to the account, which goes directly to help to the survivors. So that's way anyone can do it. Anyone who wants to do, bring a foundation in their country, their city, let us know. Let's plan it out, how it gonna happen, what we gonna do, how we gonna get a sponsor. Let's do that. I'm always open for everything. I didn't open a foundation only for one country. I open a foundation which everyone, anyone can use it. It is going to be a database. You'll see, you want a medical attention, these are the best doctor. You want an admission, you can see these colleges. The whole dream with my foundation is that one day we can be good big enough that we can set up a scholarship for these girls, so that they can apply, they get admission in their colleges, they can apply for this scholarship. Once they comes under criteria of giving a scholarship, Mahendra Singh Foundation would love to provide them the fundings for their education. So I have this dream that one day it's going to realize, and if we get support, it could realize before than longer, that people can do.
Beautiful. Okay, well, I will share it in the show notes, and I will share your social media links too.
Okay.
And then so people can, well, volunteer and become part of your platform and your mission and help you achieve your goals and dreams.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Eliana. It was wonderful talking.
Yes, and for the last question, but
Yeah.
can you share a quote or something that will encourage the listener?
I would say that life is not the end unless until you want it to end.
Yeah.
You are keep shining, keep doing, keep dreaming. This is your life. You are responsible for that, so cherish every moment.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. I think
Thank
it
you.
explains itself, especially with our conversation just now. Thank you very much for being onto the show, and I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you so much.
And I want to thank you for listening. PAVE is growing fast, and we couldn't do that without you. If you would like to become involved with PAVE, want to become a sponsor, a guest, want to collaborate, want to book me as a speaker, or are really great with social media, please send an email to aliana@professionalsagainstviolence.com. Thank you for all the love and see you next time.